Have you ever paid rent and then watched your landlord drive away in a nicer car than you and then think, wow, I'm literally helping someone else build wealth? Many of us have had that moment. It's frustrating, it's emotional, and honestly, it can feel unfair. But imagine if you could flip the script. What if I told you that you could become the landlord to companies like Amazon, Walmart, Home Depot, UPS, and Kroger without buying property, without fixing toilets at 2 a.m. either, and without chasing down tenants for late rent?
Where's my money?
Today, we're talking about an overlooked wealth building tool that's been hiding in plain sight since 1960. And by the end of this video, you'll understand how everyday people can invest in real estate with as little as $10. Quick disclaimer before we dive into the video, this will be for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not an investment or financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. If you enjoy learning simple ways to build wealth and you like content that actually makes finances feel understandable, then hit that subscribe button because that really helps the channel grow and it tells me you want more videos like this. All right, now let's talk about how to become a landlord the easy way. Historically speaking, real estate has been one of the most powerful wealth building tools. Millionaires and billionaires love it. Entire family fortunes have been built on it. Cities have been shaped by it, and for generations, it's been the cornerstone of long-term wealth. And here are the big 5 reasons why. First is leverage. Real estate lets you use other people's money to control large assets. With a small down payment, you control a property worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that property grows in value. The return on your original money can also be massive. Which brings us to number 2, appreciation. Over long periods of time, real estate tends to rise in value, and not every year, not every month, but historically over decades, property values trend upward. Number 3 is cash flow. Rental income can create monthly income streams that cover the mortgage and expenses, and over time can turn into profit. Number 4 is tax advantages. Real estate owners and investors can benefit from deductions and tax treatments others don't have access to. And 5 is diversification. Real estate is a tangible asset that often behaves differently than stocks or bonds. So if real estate is so powerful, why doesn't everyone do it? Well, traditional real estate can feel intimidating. You have down payments, credit scores, maintenance, tenants, repairs, legal issues, property taxes, and unexpected problems. Now, the dream of real estate as an investment often turns into a nightmare of being a landlord, and that is where REITs enter the story. REIT stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. Think of a REIT as a company that owns or finances real estate and then allows everyday investors to buy shares of that real estate portfolio. Instead of buying a house yourself, you're buying a piece of a company that owns possibly hundreds or even thousands of properties. And here's what makes REITs special. By law, REITs must pay at least 90% of the taxable income to shareholders as dividends. The rule exists so the REIT can generally avoid corporate income tax. In simple terms, more profit passed directly to investors. So when tenants pay rent, investors get paid. This structure was created by Congress in 1960 when large wealthy institutions dominated real estate and many everyday investors were essentially locked out. REITs were designed to open the door to individual real estate investing, even for someone with just $10. Whenever we talk about investing, the big question is always the same. How do the returns actually compare? For stocks, one of the most common benchmarks investors use is the S&P 500, an index of roughly 500 of the largest companies in the United States that is often considered the baseline for stock market performance. In 2005, the S&P 500 delivered a 3-year total return of about 23% and a 5-year total return of roughly 16%. Now, let's put REITs next to that. The FTSE NAREIT All Equity REITs Index, which tracks publicly traded equity REITs, showed a 3-year total return of about 10.5% and a 5-year total return of approximately 35.7% as of August 2025. Over the shorter 3-year period, the broader stock market outperformed REITs. But over the longer 5-year window, REITs actually pulled ahead in total returns. This is a perfect reminder that different asset classes take turns leading in the race. Stocks dominate during some cycles, real estate dominates during others, and long-term investors often benefit from owning both instead of trying to predict which one will actually win next. Now let's talk about how you actually get started, because this part is surprisingly simple. Investing in REITs doesn't require special access, it doesn't require a real estate license or massive amounts of money. In most cases, the real first step is just opening a brokerage account. You can usually do that online in just a few minutes. And once your account is set up, you can buy and sell publicly traded REITs the exact same way you'd buy any stock. Because REITs can pay dividends regularly, many investors prefer holding them inside of a tax advantage account like a Roth IRA over a traditional brokerage account. Now, this may help you avoid paying taxes on those dividends every single year and allows the income to compound more efficiently over time. Now, let's look at recent performance to give you an idea of what has been happening in the market. As of February 2026, some REITs have delivered extremely strong one-year returns. So currently we are on the NerdWallet website, and I'm going to actually link this in the description below, but this is the best performing REITs for February 2026, but this is updated regularly. So I will click on this depending on the time that you're watching this video for the latest best performing REITs. According to FinViz, Diversified Healthcare Trust led the group with an impressive 137.32%. There's also Peakstone Realty Trust, followed up with a 91.54%. And there's American Healthcare REIT, which delivered 84.79%, as well as Care Trust REIT with 50.87%. If researching individual companies feels overwhelming, there is an even simpler approach: investing in REIT ETFs or exchange traded funds that already hold a diversified basket of REITs for you. This gives you instant diversification and reduces the risk that comes from betting on just one company. Now, keep in mind that performance always moves around, but as of early 2026, I have been watching a few REIT ETFs that I think have been a standout performer. Funds like the iShare Residential and Multi-Sector Real Estate ETF and the First Trust S&P REIT Index Fund has been among the better performers recently. Now remember, this is all true as of this recording. For the most up-to-date information, check the NerdWallet list of best performing REITs. Again, the link will be in the description and it's updated every month. If you want simple, low-cost exposure to real estate, there are also several other solid choices worth researching. The iShares Core US REIT ETF, the State Street SPDR Dow Jones REIT ETF, the JP Morgan Beta Builders MSCI US REIT ETF, and the Schwab US REIT ETF all provide broad exposure for the real estate sector while keeping fees relatively low. For many beginners, ETFs like these can be one of the easiest ways to start building real estate exposure with minimal research and built-in diversification. REITs make real estate accessible. They remove the barriers, the headaches, and the massive upfront cost, and you can participate in real estate without being a landlord, and that is truly powerful. At the end of the day, for me, wealth is about ownership, not just working, but owning assets. And REITs can be one of the easiest ways to start owning real estate. You don't need a huge down payment, you don't need perfect credit, you don't need experience. You just need to start learning and start investing. And remember, there are financial and investment advisors who can help you do this too. So if you want to look into that, I dropped a link to our NerdWallet advisor match in the description. If this video made REITs easier to understand, then subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos on building wealth. Investing and making smarter financial decisions is so important to your future. I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.